Shalom and God bless you. You know, what a difference a couple of days makes in prayer. Guys, I gotta give you some testimony on something. After that show last night with the Hagmans, and by the way, my wife listened to it on her own, I saw a totally different woman today. A very humble and receptive and loving and compassionate person. Um, and this probably goes back from, I come across maybe preachy to her, but on her own little whim, she listens. And during that interview, I'm getting text messages, and I can't look at my phone because I'm on it. And when I get off, I realize it's her, and I was just so touched that God had done something there, guys. It just really a testimony to the power of prayer and how God turned things around on a dime. And even in cases where I feel like this, you know, really have no power to do anything. It was like anything I said would just infuriate her. But thank God that the prayer actually went through, and He has softened her heart. I'm so thankful for that. The another thing, welcome to all the new members to Code Searcher and to the group over on Facebook. God bless you guys. I pray that you get a blessing here. Feel free to contribute, ask or answer questions. Let's just be real respectful over here. I want to say thank you to Doug and Joe Hagman for having me on their show. That was really amazing, and I was truly honored to be a guest. It really did something for me to be able to speak, and especially meeting the new people. And I've been on the phone all day, guys, with some of you. Tim, Bill, you guys have got some really good information. I really appreciate you bringing that to my attention. All the others that have encouraged or given me words of knowledge, or something the Lord has given you to pass on to me that has just clicked with what the Lord has been saying. I appreciate you so much for coming forward and just speaking. Even though we don't know each other, we have that same um, camaraderie through Christ, that body of Christ. Um, I'm just so amazed, guys, at what God is doing. Um, like I said, in a matter of days, I went to just feeling so. I was, and I made the comparison to Hosea and Gomer, um, in the sense that there was some spiritual harlotry going on. But um, man, God is so amazing, guys. He never ceases to amaze me. He never fails to answer, and I'm so thankful for Him. Anyway, the next thing I want to get to is the DVD that's coming up. The very first one. This is what the Lord told me to do. The first one is going to be really a fundamental DVD, and I'm getting this from a lot of you guys that are wanting to get the basics down first, and that's exactly what the Lord's told me to do. We're going to make this DVD, but we're also going to put it on YouTube, because it's not going to be the stuff that we don't need to put on YouTube. Uh, the point of having the DVDs will be to disperse. Anywhere that I go, any of you that want to burn it and put it out and spread that message, really is turning around the things, like I said last night on the show, that Drozen has put out. Some of, we'll examine the methodology of the rabbis. We're going to go into everything that God has revealed to me of how it works. But I also want to include, and this is very important, your questions. That's a big part of it. So every one of you that have a question, let's keep it down to a page, because I'm going to print them all out and include them in the video so that we cover everything possible. So if you got a question on anything about the codes, or how it works, or anything, submit them to me, and I'm going to give you the link to the Gmail, and it's specifically for this. I haven't gotten any messages from anything else in this mail. It's going to be just for this, so I can keep it all in one place. And that is going to be Bible Code Now 1, the number 1, at gmail.com, and I'll put the link down there. So submit your questions there, and I will get it in the video and get it answered. Then we'll get that distributed, and then move on to the next project, which is going to be where everybody's going to be on the same sheet of music at that point. In other words, and we won't be at the place where people are asking, "What is a width?" We'll be all on the same sheet of music and just go right into the hidden things that God has. And listen, we are in an amazing time where God is going to bring revelation. That's what the word apocalypse means, the unveiling of those things hidden. And you are living in that time. So, the other thing, which is what I want to talk about now, before we get into the next table, guys, God revealed something to me through what I've been going through with my loved ones, through a vision. And I want to share that with you. I have to do it, not doing any screenshots of the actual thing. So there's going to be another link right up under the Bible code one. And I want you to go to there and look at the date that this event is taking place. And what those numbers are is 4/14/14. This is the day before the first blood moon, which is a super moon. And it plays a big part. God's been showing me ancient spirits like Semiramis and Nimrod and Jezebel and Ahaz. All of these from all throughout history are amplified in people, and that's why we're seeing an increase in spiritual warfare. I mean, there's no doubt. God showed me two faces, and I saw them side by side, and they were illuminated. This was in a vision. I knew the people, but the names that I was hearing through the vision were not their names. It was the names of Semiramis and Nimrod. And it's the spirit of those two in these two people, leading like a puppet master. They have decided to do a 21-day meditation, finding your flow. In other words, this is about ascending higher than God, and it's another way to God. In other words, it's from Satan. If it doesn't have Jesus, if Jesus is not the way to the Father, it is from Satan. Period. I got into something with somebody in the Code Searcher group about Opal, code name, and she got really upset. Said, well, through her, she's able to been able to quit drugs or smoking or whatever, da, 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 and so she's a good person. That may be so, but the enemy can do those things too. Don't be deceived. What they're about to do is channel, and we're talking globally, guys. Millions in this country and millions in other countries are going to be channeling demons the day before and 21 days into, including the solar eclipse, every day. So I'm not going to do a screenshot of that because I did a video before that's gotten me in trouble for doing a screenshot. I'm still don't even know what for, but so I'm not taking any chances on this. And you can go and look at that and then come back to the video and we'll talk about this blood moon that we're going. The actual day that this is taking place is right before tax day and Passover. Tax day is very significant to us. Passover to the Jews, and right after that, like I said, on the 29th, you can see there is the first solar eclipse. Now this spiral you see there is really a mathematical measurement, Fibonacci, and you can see the precision laid out there of what we're about to go through. This is, of course, Louis Vega's chart. This is one of his latest ones. Louis is a subscriber, and I appreciate the hard work that he puts into his tables. It means that I don't have to. I can work on other things and put all of my energy somewhere else. So I appreciate you, brother. Just another piece in the puzzle, as well as some of you others who provided information. Today, Tim and Bill I talked to extensively and just was floored at what God had revealed to these guys, and I was just right there with them. It was like validation. I didn't feel, insane. In other words, and I say that with jest. I don't literally think I'm insane, but you know what I mean. Um, I've called this the red zone. Some people make light of it, say it's no big deal. Blood moons are not special in themselves, but when they happen on appointed times, a wise man would take notice. So, what's going to happen in there? Is there going to be something happen on those days? I don't think they will be. It could be something happen in between, like we get a warning, something happens, get a warning, something happens. You see, same thing. So we're going to get four for Israel, four for the Gentiles, which are two full and two partial eclipses. That brings us to where I think the hammer comes down, 2015, 2016 area. And somewhere in there, I believe there's a rapture, guys. Some may disagree with that, but I believe so. I believe it's an appointed day, and it's coming soon. It's all about getting your house in order. This is not about fear. This is not about scaring you to Jesus. This is about getting right with God, observing what's taking place, and getting right. Um, there are diabolical things going on, guys, right before your eyes, full of symbols and meaning, numbers. Uh, you got a president giving a pope a box of seeds. You see what I'm saying? The things that I saw in the sky on the way to the conference, the crescent moon and the star, on the 27th, the day that he meets with the pope, it is not by chance these things are happening, guys. We got to pay attention. And you saw what happened in the tetrad table, what emerged there. That's not an accident. And it may not fit some people's idea of who that person is going to be, but, you know, it's not based on what you think. It's based on what God says is going to happen. The AC has always come from a superpower all the way through the Daniel statue. Um, you walk around Washington and don't tell me it doesn't look like a revived Roman Empire. It is. Um, we got to pray for this country. We got to pray for this president, even though he's not my president, guys. I consider myself a sojourner in a foreign land now. This is not the country that my grandfather fought on the beaches of Normandy all the way to the camps for. Okay? I'm sorry. And I'm one of the biggest patriots, guys. I served in the Marine Corps. But I got most of my family, the men, all served in armed forces in one way or the other. So, it's not about patriotism. I got it just as much as anybody else. This is about sober thinking and seeing what's happening. Brother Tim today we were talking about that spiritual drunkenness. Why aren't churches crying out? We got Opal showing up on the front pew of Brother Osteen's church, but yet she's channeling demons. There's something wrong here, guys. We're a country that's killed 70 million babies. We're endorsing homosexual marriage. We're living in a disposable age where everything is thrown away, and that's including marriages. Half go into divorce because now it's the norm. There's a trend now that you get married once and then divorce and then get married again because the second marriage is usually the one, which makes no sense. Um, Guys, I'm passionate about this because I'm absolutely convinced we're about to see the Son of Man on the Mount of Olives, and the rapture before that. You know, this is not a game. This is not a time to be giving away in marriage and drunk and planning 30 years down the line. Even though that's what we feel we need to do because it's life. You need to get your house in order now. Um, if you're deep in addiction or you're deep in pornography or something that's got you bound, um, you got to get delivered soon because your time's running out. You will be one of those left behind that'll be telling everybody what happened, um, and it's not going to be good. So I just wanted to bring this to your attention. What is fixing to take place with America's heroes? idols and millions of people around the world. This whore of Babylon, Semiramis, Jezebel, Ahab, Nimrod, all these spirits that are still here today, just in another form. That's what we're up against. Now, my God's still on the throne, and I believe that He hears prayer, and I can see that in my life. I can see it everywhere around. I don't live in fear, but I do believe in being aware and alert and informed on what's going on. And that's what I'm committed to do here, guys, is to show you what I believe God is revealing to His people, and He wants them to see. I appreciate your support so much. God has called me to do this full time now. He's even maneuvered my life against my own will to do this. I never wanted to go on YouTube. I never wanted to do this, and because I didn't want it to be about me. In other words, guys, because it's not about me. I appreciate all the wonderful comments that you guys make, but always keep in mind it is about Yeshua. It is about the King of Kings and what He does through His people. That's the beautiful thing. So don't exalt me, and always keep that in mind, guys. I don't want to get away to the point where this is an ego thing. Okay. Somebody said something very hateful to me last night in chat about being puffed up, and I really don't feel that I'm that person. But it hurt to hear that person say that, and so I want to remain below Jesus, always at His feet, because He is the reason. So I'm gonna just end this video here. I just kind of wanted to show you what God's been showing me. I've been working on the video, getting all these images and charts and things that I want to put in the DVD together. And now I want to include every question that I can get from you guys. Please don't give me 5, 6, 7 pages, because I know some of you have a lot to say. If you got that much to say, we could talk on the phone. You know, at least a page. Keep it. Is but don't constrain yourself. But you know what I'm saying. Just keep it simple, and that way I could get through it faster. So the next video I'm going to get into, we're going to look at the days of Noah. And I've been putting this off too long, way before the Tetrad video. I was working on this one. So I want to go ahead and get this one out, and then we'll look at some other stuff. The two candles, the beast system I'm working on now. This is going to blow your mind. RFID. Wow. So God bless you guys. Be looking for the next video. Keep me in your prayers. Bring them questions on, and I'll see you in the next video.